on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
The best radio show.
All around the world.
Call the studio now.
Broadcasting live online.
The best radio show.
All around the world. Broadcasting live online. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Oh, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Monday edition of the Morning Show. Today is Monday, the 9th day, my apologies, I said 9 minutes past 11, that's what I want to say. Today is Monday, the 20th day of April, the year 2026. It's been quite a packed up week. The week before it was quite a pressure. Let me take this opportunity to say good morning to my team who run behind me all the time, making sure everything works out perfectly, especially my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Francis, good morning to you. To Perry, those are the people that I have behind me, making sure they push all the agenda, everything to make sure that it works out very, very well. Massive good morning to you. And let me say good morning to no other one, to the family of the J. Kwao family. Last weekend we saw to the laying of rest of our son, our brother, our uncle Joshua J. Kwao. Yes, lay him to rest, and we salute you and every Bible lifer. Yes, Bible Life Family Ministries. Those of you in Milton Keynes, those of you in Croydon, the headquarters, and every one of you, friends and loved ones. Oh, you are all wonderful people. Let me say also good morning to my all special May Queen. When I say May Queen, she said don't say that. Yeah, May Queen, good morning to you. And they were all working behind the scenes and it was yummy. You know, I had to take a few of them and eat it, you know. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. Very good. Massive good morning to you. And thank you very, very much. The J. family says massive thank you. We'll get back to you later on. Let me say good morning to my apostles and brother HB. Massive good morning to you. To all our listeners, those of you who watch us live on the Koiki Media platforms, Yoruba Nation platform, United States of Biafra platforms, we salute you there as well. And good morning to Delta Hammond in Kumasi, to my Mrs. Ryder Hammond. Massive good morning to you. To my lovely wife, you celebrated your birthday yesterday. Lottie, let me say massive. It's happy birthday, yeah, belated, but I didn't say it personally, but on air, because yesterday I wasn't on air live like that. But let me say good morning, and then I hope that you had a very lovely day, which I know that you did, right? Good. And let me also say good morning to Reverend Michael Esiama, Reverend Emmanuel Sechidi, and to my brother Felix all the way in Aberdeen. Kojo D, good morning. Reverend Julius Kojo Dake, it was lovely seeing you. Reverend Michael, Reverend Michael, Bishop Michael, good morning to you all there. To Eben all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. To Antonio there as well, good morning. Atakofi, massive good morning to you. Niana Najo, good morning. Special good morning also goes all the way to no other one but the Zongo man himself. Alex, good morning to you. Hope you are doing very, very well and the family there as well. All protocol observers, if I miss anybody, I salute you and I say welcome to the program and welcome on board. Okay. To our money man, Mr. Dan Chabiri, for that wonderful work that was done. Everybody was working behind the scenes. Mr. Chabiri, good morning to you. Today happens to be the birthday of one of my closest friends. Yes, a very, very dear sister. Gina Latte, it's your birthday. We pray that God will bless you from his heavens with all the blessings and the desires of your heart. I know that God will do that for you. Yes, massive good morning to you. Very, very helpful, and very, very social. It's serviceable. Should I put it that way? Do I have is that the right word that I have to use? But wherever you are, once again, I say massive good morning to each and every one of you who have tuned in this morning to join us on the Starr Radio UK Monday edition of the morning show. So, by way of program outline, I'm going to bring the quote for the day, the weather forecast to follow you, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. Then after which, we will be looking into the details at 11:45. The line is activated at 12 o'clock. We bring the curtains down for the end of the program because of the exhaustion and everything. But just to make sure, we should have taken, my producer was saying, we should have taken today off so that you just come in full vim tomorrow. But I said, no. I've missed our viewers and listeners, so I need to come on. So that's why we're here today. So just bear with me. At 12 o'clock, we'll bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So in that case, that's what's going to happen. HRH Linda Palian, good morning to you. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, my producer says we'll bring a cover version of Linda Palian's program, that is Career 101, a pre-recorded one. So definitely we'll bring that, and then at 12:30 we'll bring the curtains down. So in that case, that's what's going to happen there. But yeah, post your comments and whatever you want to say. If you're wishing somebody something good or whatever you want to say to whoever, feel free to share it. And be rest assured of one thing, I'm going to share it with all our astound listeners. The quote for the day says, learn to use the past as a springboard to the future, not as a rocking chair. Learn to use the past as a springboard to the future, not as a rocking chair. Preacher man, can you take that as a topic and use to prepare a sermon? That's quite a good one. History. All right then. All right. Okay. So now we're moving on to the weather front. For London and the southeastern part of England, this is how the weather is going to be for you today. This afternoon, we'll see areas of cloud building to make it largely cloudy. It will be mostly dry, but the odd shower is possible in spots, becoming sunnier in the late afternoon. Tonight, we'll see a clear and dry start as the night progresses. Patches of cloud will move in from the east, and the odd light shower cannot be ruled out completely. Yeah. Cloud will be clearing at dawn. Temperature is going to be exactly 14 degrees and the lowest 5 degrees. UV level is going to be moderate. Pollution low. Sunset 20:05 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 05:55 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And we go on our travel updates. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads, as we keep you navigated, our promise and our bond. The Starr Radio Good Travel Update that comes to you every weekday from 11 a.m. So now it is 11:15, and let's go on the travels. Well, on the underground line, Elizabeth line is experiencing on the underground, the Jubilee line is experiencing severe delays due to earlier customer incident. And Hammersmith and City line also severe delays while a trespasser on the track at Paddington is moved from there. Tickets will be accepted on London buses via any reasonable route. On the overground, Elizabeth line is experiencing minor delays. That aside, all the other lines are running good. DLR, London Tramlink, good service there. Okay, now we move on straight to the major roads in London And let me tell you what is happening there as well. There are no exceptional delays, so you can zoom through it like no man's business. On the riverbanks as well, good service throughout. The landing cable car, good service throughout there as well. But that brings us straight to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. And what have I got there for you? Great Northern Railway, Great Western Railway, Heathrow Express, Northern Rail, Transport for Wales are all offering special services. And that is why I will say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a commercial break. We come back and take you global trotting. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Hey, beautiful people. I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, and I remain yours sincerely.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay. Let's go global trotting. Well, starting from home here in the UK, 5 questions are waiting Starmer as he faces comments over Mandel's scandal. The Prime Minister said he was targeted. Find out last week the civil servants in the Foreign Office withheld information from him. Some are comparing it to the lockdown incident where the cheese and cake parties were going on. But we're going to be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. This is Starr Radio UK. Now, landing Jew strikes. What needs to be known? An expert or spot are threatened and kidnapped British Jews tell of rising anti-Semitism. Okay? And Estamma would have blocked Mandelson over vetting failure. That's what ministers are saying. But they thought that he was the best person for the job. We'll come to that in a moment. But wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. Starr Radio UK. In other stories making the rounds this morning, before I came in, since yesterday information was coming through talking about the fact that US has attacked and seized Iranian cargo ship as Iran says no decision yet on joining peace talks. Donald Trump says after the Iranian ship ignored warning, the US Navy blew a hole in its engine room. The US has released footage of the attack. Well, and then oil prices rises after Trump says Iranian ship has been seized, and Japan says second bigger tsunami may hit after earthquake of northeast coast. A man killed 7 of his children and an 8th child in Louisiana mass shooting. Why? We'll be telling you more about that. New Zealand declares state of emergency in Wellington as floods hit. And Roman Radev party wins Bulgarian elections. What I say, Mary, for the UK? At least 25 killed in firecracker factory blast in India, and thousands of Parisians evacuated as World War II bomb detonated. All right then. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, so bringing you more stories from there. The insider trading suspicion looming over Trump's presidency. But do you think anything can bring him down? Nah. It's like the, what do you call it? The Titanic. It's unsinkable. It's got 9 lives. Now, Pop says tyrant speech was not aimed at Trump. Now, why are gray whales dying in San Francisco waters? U.S. scientists search for clues. This and a lot more coming your way. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Alec Baldwin to face several trials over Rush film set shooting. Well, I thought it's died down, but it looks like it's still ongoing. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Tehran will never seek control of Strait of Hormuz, senior Iranian politician has said. And a French peacekeeper has been killed in southern Lebanon. Well, is it about time the UN moved all its troops, peacekeeping troops, from there until peace is restored, or what? Okay, coming still your way from Starr Radio UK from the Latin American area. What have I got there for you as well? Now, please fire rubber bullets as Paraguay there be abandoned and bodies of 50 infants dumped at Trinidad graveyard. Please say a preliminary investigation shows it may be a case of an unlawful disposal of unclaimed corpses. But more will be coming your way from there. And Mexico Sheinbaum denies diplomatic crisis with Spain after conquest row. Okay, we'll be bringing you more on that. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we go on. And Ukraine police chief resigns after officers allegedly fled deadly shooting. Authorities say the officers have been suspended and an investigation into their actions is underway. Well, they thought that they were not fully armed. They decided to, Charlie, make you run for your life. Well, we'll tell you more about that. And therefore, the IGP has resigned, and we have the what do you call them as well? The police also, those who fled, suspended for their acts there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, India has splurged billions on metro trains, but where are the commuters? Okay. All right then, let's move on to other parts of the world as well. Let's around for Africa. And what have I got for you when it comes to Africa? The weapons were loud, but there was always music. Sudanese band play on through the war. Now they told me he was dead. Children born near Kenyan army base learn truth about UK soldier dads. So you see that the kids are mixed race. And they say, well, your dad died. So the parents will not go back to, because you know that some of them were not like, they were just fooling around and then ended up being, well, I will tell you more about all that as the program goes on. Starr Radio UK, still on the African front. And what have I got there for you? The Pope has prayed for healing at Angolan shrine marked by slave trade history. Well, do you think just saying so will heal? Or what do we have to do to get that closure that people so much need? Moroccans rally in Rabat against Israel's death penalty law, and DRC government, AFC M23 rebels agree to ease humanitarian access. Well, maybe that will benefit the people much more or better than Senegal's ex-president Macky Sall auditions this week for UN top job. Will he get it? Huh? Okay. And Angolan opposition leader has praised Pope Leo's powerful message. What was it? We'll do our best to see whether we can capture part of it for you. This all coming away from Starr Radio UK. From Nigeria, Atiku has accused NBC of attempting to silence media ahead of 2027 polls, and former Kano Governor Shekaru dumps PDP and joins APC. Well, he's looking at where the momentum is. Now, Governor Yusuf Mons, former NFF chairman, late Alhaji Ibrahim Galadima, and Turkey to establish military training facility in Nigeria. Nigerians customs female pilot backs U.S. commercial license. Okay, we'll see more about that there as well as the program continues. Terrorists attacked military base in Kwara State, and that was 3 hours ago, coming from Nigeria there as well. And troops arrest 3 Boko Haram collaborators in Bono and recover supplies. 6 Boko Haram suspects face fresh investigation at Bono. And those are some of the stories making the rounds this morning from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, in Ghana as well, a National Service Authority cuts payroll from 1.6 billion to 700 million Ghana cedis after ghost names clean up. Wow. So about 50%, this is more than 50%, right? About 60% or 55 thereabout. Wow. Okay. Well. And NCA has deployed nearly 100,000 personnel nationwide and say they have cut that amount of money. The cover-up will hurt NPRA more than original allegation. Dr. Bomfair has also said. And Jinapo has announced WhatsApp system for reporting power fault and outages. However, the president has said whatever outages that Ghanaians are facing is not doomed. So I think it's what? Okay, we'll tell you more about that. The base will not end anywhere. Redeemer dismisses Ejako's new political movement. They said the base. Well, has it got the intellectual acumen to be able to lead the country or what? Or yeah. I'm not saying that is not what, but because you need to be upfront. Well, at times people come in and they might not have the necessary, but the people that they appoint, so far as they can be good administrators, they'll be able to get what they want. But what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The former fuel attendant exposes alleged tactics used to cheat customers. Of course, I knew that back in the day. And that would be quite another high level. And 26-year-old in custody over alleged theft of police armored truck. And he's painted it he nicked the police truck. Is that the color of the truck? It's like purplish. Now, if you want to go rob something, go rob some other place, but go and rob the police. Well, Attorney General to take over all OSP prosecution cases after High Court ruling. We'll tell you more about all this as the program goes on. This is Starr Radio UK. We're going to take a break, and once we come back, I'll be bringing you the details of the story. 11:31 the time, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Let me say good morning to Alex, the Zongo man.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, I'll bring you details of the stories. As I said, they are in the next 10 minutes. The line will be activated for you to add your voice to the discussions wherever you might be. Now, the Prime Minister is supposed to be meeting Parliament to make a presentation there. I'm going to be telling you what that is all about. But the issue is, Sakir Sama would have blocked the appointment of Lord Mandelson as UK ambassador had he known he failed security vetting. Ministers have said the Prime Minister has come under pressure after it emerged Mandelson was appointed despite security concerns, with number 10 saying red flags in the vetting process were not disclosed by the Foreign Office. Now, Technology Secretary Liz Kendall said that Sakir Sama was told Mandelson had been granted developed vetting status, adding if he had known that UK security vetting hadn't cleared him, he would not have made that appointment. Now, Sakir Sama is set to face MPs on Monday to face questions about the appointment. Opposition parties have called on the Prime Minister to resign, accusing him of misleading Parliament over his previous statement that due process had been followed in relation to the appointment. Appearing on a program, Kendall was asked why Sakir had not updated the Commons since being made aware of Mandelson's vetting failure on Tuesday. She said, I think one thing we've learned from the whole torrid episode is the need to get the facts absolute clear and right. Kendall said, he echoed the remarks from the Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy who told the Guardian that he had absolutely no doubt at all that the Prime Minister would never have appointed Mandelson if he had known he failed the vetting. Lamy, who was Foreign Secretary at the time of Mandelson's appointment, said that neither he nor his advisor had been told about the vetting process. The Deputy Prime Minister said he was surprised and shocked by the departure of Sir Ollie Robbins, the Foreign Office most senior civil servant, who was ousted this week over the vetting route. Now, the issue is, I've been saying this time and over again. Now, this, whatever Epstein thing that has brought about all this, mostly took place in the US, all right? Or most of the corporates are US people. Here in the UK, we have two. Let me put it that way. That's Prince Andrew and Lord Mandelson, who happened to be friends with Epstein. Okay. Now, you remember the ambassador, UK ambassador to the US, who was there before Mandelson came, and when Trump came, he was looking at, he criticized Trump's way of operation and looking at the whole thing and saying that, look, this is going to be a deep, bleak time for the UK or for the world as a whole. And when Trump got to hear that, decided this man has to go. So he did his best to get him out, and eventually threatened that he needs to leave or whatever. So immediately he needs to be withdrawn. Okay. So somebody who was friends with Jeffrey and now has decided to embark on, let's say, an attack on somebody who wasn't part of it, and therefore that person was moved from his ambassadorial position. Who best can you place there? Is it not somebody who has been in the place, who knows all their ins and outs, and then who can speak like they speak or they spoke? Would have been the right person to be there? So let's take it first. There are some other bits that have come out now that we know that when there were, serious issues that was being discussed, he ended up telling Lord Mandelson about, telling Epstein about what is happening and how financially the guy can make money on the back of the UK or his advice or whatever meeting that they've had. Okay? So that is a bit where I would say, nah. But the fact that he was friends with this man, he is gay. Unless, of course, they can say that he also abusing some young boys or something of the sort. Or ended up being, how do they call them? If you are not gay, if you are gay and you are still straight as well, how do they call them? You see, you have to help me on that front. Now, so if he's not complicit in what happened pertaining to Epstein's crimes, why are we? Because you need to look at the thing from a bigger perspective, not being myopic. And as I'm saying, now, all these that have happened, majority of it happened in the US. But those there are not being, we have Bill Gates, whose name was mentioned. We have Bill Clinton, who was there. I don't know whether Bills were enjoying, whatever. But everybody who are saying that they didn't know anything that was going on, they didn't know anything that was going on, apart from Andrew McBarton Weezer. Okay? Somebody who is a prince. Now they said it's not virtually stripping him of everything. I've been saying something, but I won't say it on air. But when you look at all these things, then there was the need to get somebody who can speak the way they speak, who understand the way they move, and then you put a person there. So if you remember very well, when all this broke and that the first set of emails was brought out, and Lord Mandelson's email exchange with the late Jeffrey Epstein came in, he said, look, he hadn't seen nothing yet. There's more that's going to come, and I think it's going to make people think. Why? Because his crime was that he after the man was sentenced, or no, not sentenced, but charged with a crime of abusing or sexual trafficking and all those things, he still became friends with him. Okay, he stood by his friend. Okay, so because of that, he should have been circumspect or be wise enough to actually dissociate or deassociate himself from Jeffrey. And that didn't happen. And therefore he finds himself. So the UK Prime Minister or the UK government decided to withdraw his. Do you remember that when that was done, Trump posted on his Truth Social that he was going to increase the tariff? And remember that when this man came, the tariff and everything, the trade deals and everything just came settled, and then the UK was in the best position. Did we benefit from it? From looking from hindsight, was it the reason why the Prime Minister decided, you know what, let's cut our nose to spite our faces and get him there, and at least we know that we'll be okay? For the majority, and not for the few. But well, I want to know what you think about all this. Because if those who perpetrated the ill, most of them there are not being pushed, and nobody's saying that it's the President Trump who was friends, and we have pictures of him going dancing and all those bits with Epstein and all those things should be moved out or should be removed from power. Why? In this time where there is a war, when there is so much trouble, where we need peace, we need government to be stable, to be able to maneuver deep, uncharted territory and these waters that are rough waters, why do we want to change government? It's the same thing that we did. That ended up bringing Liz Truss in from Bojo's time, and then the whole economy came down, boom, after that Liz Truss budget with Kwesi Kwarteng. So you cut my drift. So I don't think this is time for people to be, but I know opposition parties are always there to be stoking fire, and instead of, oh, this is an opportunity, let's try to get him out so that, but if you look at the bigger picture, let's get ready to deal with the man. And let's see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. It's exactly 11:44, and we are moving on to other stories making the rounds in the world. With the war that is ensuing so far in the Middle East, Iran, Israel, and Iranian war. Yes, America, Israel, and Iranian war that is going on, and with the peace truce that was entered into, but which is now very fragile, because the U.S. actually took over a ship, an Iranian cargo ship, and therefore Iran is saying they are not going in to do anything. They are not going to the peace talks. Looking at everything that is going on, is it the right time to be thinking differently? And Trump saying that the UK should have joined in the fight, and the UK decided not to, and the Prime Minister not being a favorable person, and he's saying NATO and all those things. Don't you think it's about time you leave him alone so that we can concentrate on having closer ties with the EU and looking at other countries to be able to enter into business with them so that we can make money as a country? Or we just have to be shouting, yeah. Well, I don't know, but I wanted to know what you think about. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Now, if you want to join us in the conversation, maybe you want your voice to be heard, feel free to do so. And it is Starr Radio UK on, Microsoft Teams, Starr Radio UK, and I will hear your voice. If not, you can put your comments on the platforms that we are broadcasting on. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Well, we tell the truth? Yes, absolutely nothing but the truth.
Call the studio now.
All right, now. Let's move on to some other stories making the rounds. A man has killed 7 of his children and an 8th child in Louisiana mass shooting. What happened? A father has killed 7 of his children and an unrelated child in a mass shooting in Shreveport in the U.S. state of Louisiana that police have described as a domestic disturbance. The children were at age from 1 year old to 14 years. Officers said the shooting began at 05 hours at 10 hours GMT on Sunday. The suspect shot 10 people before fleeing in a stolen car. Shreveport Police Department spokesperson Chris Baudillon said police then chased and killed him. 2 adult women, including the mother of the child, are in critical condition. The suspect had been identified as Sharma Elkins, Shreveport Mayor's communication director Lee Ann Vesky has said. Now, the suspect shot a woman on the street before going to a nearby residence where he killed the 8 children, one of whom was not akin to him, according to police. Now, one of the victims ran to a nearby home and called authorities. Police said the gunman acted alone. A 9th child jumped from the roof and was in hospital. Bedalon said officials have not yet given a suspected motive for the attack, but members of the family told U.S. media that Elkin and his wife were separating. And I think the man couldn't take it and decided to go berserk. And that is the result of that. Okay, we'll be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. So I come your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, as to whether the U.S.-Iran peace talks, the second one is going to take place or not, we're not very sure. But the U.S. has attacked and seized an Iranian cargo ship trying to get past its blockade of Iran's ports, President Trump has said. Now, Trump says the ship was given fair warning to stop, but the crew refused to listen. So, our Navy ship stopped them right in their tracks by blowing a hole in the engine room. Iran's military has said it will retaliate. Iranian media says drones have attacked U.S. ships, though no damage has been reported. The U.S. have sent the delegation to Iran for talks headed by Vice President J.D. Vance, but it's unclear yet if Iran will attend at all. An Iranian spokesperson says they have no plans for the next round of negotiation. No decision has been made. The U.S.-Iran 2-week ceasefire is due to end on Wednesday. But even if the talks in Pakistan begin, the chances of a breakthrough are slim at best. But still in the Middle East, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned in the strongest term the damaging of a Catholic religious icon by an Israeli soldier in southern Lebanon. It follows an image that emerged online appearing to show an Israeli soldier striking a statue of Jesus Christ with a sledgehammer. In a statement on X, Netanyahu said he and the overwhelming majority of Israelis were stunned and saddened to hear of the incident. He says military authorities are conducting a criminal investigation into the matter and will take appropriately harsh disciplinary action against the offender. Israel is the only place in the Middle East that adheres to freedom of worship for all. We express regret for the incident and for any hurt this has caused, he added. Now, earlier, the U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, called for swift, severe, and public consequence. Now, the other issue that I will ask there, interestingly, is that had it been, okay, I won't show you what I am or what my fate or whatever is. I'm not talking about that. Had it been that it was one of the mosques, okay, what that was, or let's say a Hindu shrine, is that how they call it, or temple, or a Buddhist temple, would you have the same kind of castigation as we're saying now, or what? You get it? Is it because we have because America seems to be supporting Israel the most now, and we have the Christians there who seem to be the ones supporting Israel, the conservatives, okay, there who seem to be supporting Israel all the time, and they say that act being taken means that you are stamping or yet on the fate of the Christians who are supporting them. That's why they come out to make this statement. Catch my drift? Well, I will see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, it is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We're going to be moving on. We're going to be moving on to other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Well, two stories from Europe. Then we'll move on swiftly to Africa as well. Rumen Radev Progressive Bulgaria Party has won Sunday's Bulgarian election, the 8th general election in 5 years. With 87% of the vote counted, his Progressive Bulgaria has secured a majority of at least 135 seats in the 240-seat parliament. PB, my apologies, beat the Liberal PPDB coalition, which stood at 15%, and ex-Prime Minister Boyko Borisov's GEP party, which had 13%, according to Commission. The election was called after the previous government tried to push through a controversial budget in December, prompting mass protests with Radev as president supported. Now, people rejected the self-satisfaction and arrogance of old parties and did not fall prey to lies and manipulation. I thank them for their trust, Radev said in his victory speech. He promised to build a strong Bulgaria in a strong Europe. Now, what Europe needs right now is critical thinking, pragmatic actions, and good results, especially to build a new security architecture and recover its industrial power and competitiveness. That will be the main contribution of Bulgaria to its European mission, he said. Radev, 62, is seen as a pragmatic, somewhat pro-Russian leader who has criticized EU sanctions and called for constructive dialogue with the Kremlin. So the question is, Viktor Orban is gone. Now we have Radev. Catch my drift? I think Putin will be rubbing his hands and say, yes! Get in there. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing us to 7 minutes to the top of the hour. That's 11:53 from the heart of London, where we're going to be running up pretty soon. But don't you worry, just bear with me as I bring you this one. And it's we have, when we appointed people join the security services, they are supposed to, the police or the navy or the soldiers or whatever, they're supposed to be ones that when you hear ta 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 ta, and you, the civilian, you are running away, they are running too. They are running too. Okay. And this one is the story in Ukraine. The head of Ukraine's patrol police, Ivan Zukov has resigned after two of his officers faced criticism for allegedly fleeing a deadly mass shooting in the capital, Kyiv. 6 people died and 14 others were injured on Saturday after a man opened fire on people in the street of Kyiv's Southern Hozivsky district before taking others hostage in a nearby supermarket. He was later killed in a shootout with the police. Footage has since been shared online, appearing to show officers leaving civilians and running away from the scene. Maybe they are not armed, so they think actually they come or everybody for run. So they have to hide survival before they can call for backup or anything. But Ukraine's Interior Minister Igor Klimenko said the officers in question had been suspended and that an investigation into their actions was underway. Serve and protect is not just a slogan. It must be supported by appropriate professional actions, especially at critical moments when people's lives depend on it, he wrote on Telegram. But the question is, and I'm trying to see whether I can get those images of those police officers who were running from the place, because if it had happened that whilst they were running, they were not armed, they were just in plain clothes, then what are they going to fight? The person who is wielding a gun and shooting sporadically, or were aiming at it, just shooting, what are they going to do? So it would have been wise to save themselves and then call for help, and then maybe they can come in after they are armed. But if they were armed, then why did they run? Well. What do you think there? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Moving on straight to the African front as well. And what have I got for you? Well, do you think Macky Sall should be the next UN Secretary General? Senegal's former president, Macky Sall, is one of the candidates auditioning this week for the United Nations top job. Sall is the only African among those vying to replace outgoing Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who leaves office at the end of the year. 4 candidates to be the next Secretary General of the United Nations will audition for the job this week, far fewer than there were 10 years ago when Antonio Guterres was elected as UN chief. Chile's former president, Michelle Bachelet, one of 2 women and one of 3 from Latin America, will be the first to face ambassadors from the UN's 193 member nations during a 3-hour questions and answer session on Tuesday. Now, Bachelet will be followed by UN nuclear and chief Rafael Mariano Grossi of Argentina. On Wednesday, UN trade chief Rebecca Greenspan will take center stage in the General Assembly Hall. And finally, Senegal's former president, Macky Sall. Who do you think is vying for the top position, or is in pole position, as I will put it? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, we are moving on. Bring this one and then we can bring the program to close. Yeah. Togo has presented its new geopolitical and security strategy for the Sahel during a high-level meeting in Lomé on Saturday. The summit brought together representatives from the Economic Community of West African States and the Alliance of Sahel States, as well as international envoys, including France and the European Union. The initiative aimed at fostering dialogue with the government of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, which have distanced themselves from ECOWAS and their Western partners in recent years in favor of Russia. Now, Togo is ready to put its mediation expertise and its regional foothold at the service of stability, acting as bridge between Sahel and the wider international community, says Togolese Minister of Foreign Affairs Robert Dassey. Now, Togo 2026-2028 Sahel strategy rests on 5 pillars, including political dialogue with the AES, regional and international cooperation, the fight against terrorism, and the strengthening of regional economic integration. Representatives of the AES welcomed the new strategy and expressed interest in further cooperation. Would that bolster or bring about the peace that they need so much in that part of the world, or what is going to happen there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's see. Producer say I can bring you one more, and then we can one from Nigeria and then one from Ghana, and then we can bring the program to a close. So thank you, sir. All right, then let's move on. The former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has criticized the recent advisory issued by the National Broadcasting Commission, describing it as an attempt to stifle free expression and silence dissent within the media space. The NBC had on Saturday cautioned broadcast presenters against presenting opinions as facts or intimidating guests during program. So what? When they're asking the questions, they should be circumspect, or what? The commission also warned that as Nigeria approaches a critical electoral period, the airwaves must not be used to spread misinformation. Reacting in a post on X later that night, Atiku described the directive as yet another troubling attempt to muzzle the media and shrink the space of free expression in Nigeria. He noted that Nigeria's media industry have evolved into a formidable institution respected globally for its resilience and professionalism. According to him, it is alarming that NBCs often resort to what he termed heavy-handed directives whenever elections draw near. I stand firmly with Nigeria's broadcast industry and all media platforms resisting the creeping censorship, he said. Do you think that is what is happening there, or what? Well, he has come, but he still want to come again. So let's see. He said this is going to be his last time. But do you think that having what do you call it, this censorship or toning it down so that people can express themselves and you have presenters like us sitting here and they're questioning people, because you don't want people to just come and speak or spin any rumor, things that are not true, and say that, well, that is it. So you need to question whatever thing that they want to do. Actually, then you see what happens there. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. In Ghana, one story from there. The National Service Authority has deployed close to 100,000 national service personnel across the country this year to support manpower needs in both public and private sector institutions. The Deputy Director General of the authority, Moses Doc Nach Kwenu Kuyongu, said the current deployment includes personnel posted to critical sectors of the economy, including healthcare. He explained that approximately 29,000 personnel have been assigned to private sector organizations as part of the National Service Program, while the authority continues to deploy similar numbers annually to meet workforce demands. If you look at the authority, at the moment, we deployed almost 10,000. The current figures stand at 999,508, and that includes the recently posted nurses, he said. Lieutenant Colonel Kuyongu also warned employers against recruiting staff without valid national service certificates, noting that such action could attract sanctions. He made the remarks during an interview where discussions focused on the operation and current states of the National Service Authority. The authority continues to play a critical role in supporting workforce development and strengthening service delivery across sectors through its annual deployment of graduates nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Starr Radio UK. It's been your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, and we're going to cross over to Cyprus to bring you Career 101. But hold on, your horses, don't buck off, and let's take a break. Once we come back from the break, I'll be bringing you Career 101 with HRH Linda Pally. Thank you very much.
Hey, beautiful people. I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March.
Coldest.
6. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Going to come your way, or she's going to be telling us or be dealing with Career 101 this afternoon. So wherever you are, don't you go away at all. We're going to be crossing straight to her. What are we looking at this afternoon?
So we're looking at careers advice for young people, college students and university students.
Okay, careers advice for young people. Okay, I got my younger daughter who is in her final year. She came over, I think, a couple getting to the weekend. She was telling me she was getting ready to write her thesis or something. She's been quite busy. Yeah, but you ask some of them, she knows what she's doing now. You have some of them who's getting to the uni and you're asking them, what do you really want to do? And they're not sure of it. You have those of them in sixth forms, and theirs is even a worst case scenario. So what I've done is, some of the youth in the church, when I come to church every Sunday, they have to come and talk to me, because I want to find out what is going on in their heads. Okay, so well, if you're a parent listening to us, this is the program that you have to be on this afternoon, because HRH Linda is going to lead you and teach you what you can do for people who need this advice. That is our children and our children's children. What about that? Okay, Linda, over to you.
Fantastic. I love what you said about helping the youth and at least talking to them and having those conversations. And that's the importance of careers advice, just starting those conversations and planting those seeds early.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time when we're working with adults, they're like, oh, I wish I had somebody like you when I was young. and you really don't want them to wait to that time before they start thinking, oh, could I really make a career out of this hobby that I've been doing, or is this even possible for me? What do I need to get into this career? Because sometimes we're looking at our parents or people that are older than us, and we think, oh, I really want to do what they do, and we have no idea what it is or if logistically it's possible for us. So the earlier young people start having these conversations, the better. So it's amazing to at least ask the question, what do you want to do? It's a ratty question, nobody wants to answer that. It starts you thinking. You don't have to have an answer, but it gets you thinking, if I had all the resources in the world, what would I be doing? Where would I be spending my time? How can I apply my existing skills into a career to get some money? Whatever it is, or to do something that is fulfilling to me, or to make a difference. So definitely careers advice is very important at any age, at every age. Whether you're young, whether you're thinking of changing careers and later in life, whether you're planning retirement, it's important because our vocation is pretty much where we spend most of our time. So it's important to at least feel confident in what we're doing. So this,
go on.
I've listed 10 steps that I use for young people to start thinking about. But of course, if you're not a young person, you know a young person, then do direct to them this way. And if not, it's interesting for an older person just to listen what they can be doing right now, as well if you're planning a career change or promotion. So we'll start. The first step is seek internship opportunities. A lot of people wait until maybe the college or the university organizes it. But as a proactive young person, it's good. There's so much competition out there. So you really need to start. Internships is really important, whether it's a compulsory part of your course or not. It's important to get that done early. Don't get caught up in your working part-time that you miss out on an internship opportunity. A lot of people do the bar work and the waitressing and the weekend job, so you don't have time for an internship because it eats into your time. You're building your future, so sometimes you have to weigh the pros and cons. I remember when I was working for a supermarket, and I had this internship opportunity to go work in China for a bit, and the supermarket wouldn't give me the time off to go do that, and they literally asked me to choose between that. And of course you can understand them because they're managing a business and they have their staff and their concerns. So again, this is another good point. Listen, be careful whose advice you take, because they might be encouraging you to stay because it suits them. But what is good for you and your future in the long term? And then when you weigh it, you can do that. So definitely for internship opportunities, networking, you leverage in your network, people from church, people from your academic tutors, people, your friends' parents who might be in careers that you want to do, fairs, research, internet research. A lot of us consume social media in the social context, but it's a great way to pull together a nice pool of people that you're interested in what they do, that you can reach out to and sort of seek an internship that way too. So don't miss out on those opportunities to expand your network and to be able to secure an internship without waiting for your school to organize it. Because even when the schools organize it, you still have the application process to do. So you might as well get in there. The second aspect about getting your career work in is work-study program. The work-study program. Sometimes you can, if your institution doesn't offer it, you can create it. You can arrange this yourself. Within Europe, they have the Erasmus program. I think the UK still benefits from the Erasmus program, perhaps in a different way. But or other equivalent programs where you can go and exchange in a different country, maybe even in the same country, but maybe doing 6 months of your course on a different project so that you're able to get the work experience simultaneously and have it count towards your credits for your final project. This happens definitely in universities, but also in some colleges. So look up those things and if it's possible for you in your grade. And sometimes we don't want to, sometimes it means that you might stay behind 1 year if you're doing a work study program. But of course, for most universities, the fees are not the same as well. So I know that's a big concern for students. If I'm going to do 4 years rather than 3 years of my education, I might as well finish my degree early. Sometimes you're better off doing the longer period of time and then waiting for and then securing yourself, because sometimes, and actually most of the time, internships lead to long-term employment. So it's really something to consider, and especially parents as well of young people, rather than just thinking about the money aspect, or hurry up and start being a profitable member of society.
Leave me alone.
Sometimes the network and the connections you make during your internships are far more valuable than any sort of entry graduate role you might do later on, or you might settle for any sort of entry level role you might settle for because you graduated and you find out no one's hiring. So that's important. The third thing you can do is to grow your skills and knowledge and keep your skills up to date. So again, expanding the range of skills that you have, getting certificates for the skills, extracurricular skills that you're building up. So whether you're doing an online marketing course, or if you're doing an online budgeting course, or whatever it is that's complementary to what you're working towards, will stand you in good stead. You don't want to finish uni and then not be promoted over another person or not be employed because that person has maybe did a marketing degree and you've got a communications degree, and all the difference would be a 2-hour marketing program to say you've got a certificate. So it's important to start looking at these sort of satellite skills that will help you and give you the extra edge over other candidates for your graduate role. And in general, it's good practice to be a more well-rounded person. So that's really important for young people to think about, but also for the workforce in general. So a range of skills will really help. The fourth aspect is to stay focused. Stay focused on your search. Start searching early, whether it's your first year or you just turned 15. Start searching early. Start asking these questions early, as I said. And stay focused on it as well. Keep an eye on the market and the industry, what's doing, what new is coming up in the industry, where is it going, how can I prepare myself to enter this marketplace, and so future planning really will help you and keeping focused, definitely. Number 5 is to balance with the personal life. And I think this is really important. It's not necessarily a concrete, actionable skill, but it's really important. I see a lot of baby boomers, so people that now 50s, 60s, who have worked all their lives and never had any fun, because they had to be. They were so focused on work, and therefore, in their 50s, 60s, sometimes 40s, they start going off the rails a little bit because they need to have there's a balance to be had in all of this. So definitely as a young person, keep some hobbies, make sure that you're having a balanced personal life, and it also stops the psychological problems later. It gives you a sense of well-being, because in the West we're more focused on the future was oriented. What's going to happen? What's my next promotion opportunity? Where's my next paycheck coming from? That we don't live in the now. And sometimes this chase can feel endless. And then one day you wake up and realize you haven't lived at all. So the balance is definitely important, and it makes you well-rounded as an individual as well. And of course, it helps with your network when you're looking for contacts or introductions into a particular field or into a particular company. If you have networks and maybe in your shooting class or in your dance class, who might be able to help you, again, knowing them informally, again, build your network. The next point is pursue your passion. As a young person as well, you can afford to pursue your passion. Anyone can afford to pursue their passion. I don't want that to be misleading, but as a young person, because you don't have that many dependents yet, or if any at all, you can afford to see how far you'll get with things that you're passionate about, and how you can apply them into an industry that would then pay you and you can make a career out of. When you're passionate about something, it's easy to spend more time doing it. It's easy to master the skill because you're interested naturally anyway. You seek more, and therefore you're more likely to be better than someone that's not passionate about it and just doing it because it's a job. So that's a good place to start. What am I attracted to? And it could be what you're doing, but also what you're consuming and watching. You may not necessarily be doing it physically, but it interests you when somebody talks about it, or it interests you as a program on TV or whatever it is. It's a good place to start to look at what's grabbing my attention and how can I leverage this in my career. Okay, and then seventh point will be to strive for excellence. And I think Frank touched on this earlier. Stay motivated and strive for excellence. A lot of young people, especially when you're given an opportunity, they think, oh, well, it's just an internship, or I'm only young, so there's not the attention to detail or the care that is attached to it. It's like, oh, it's only a little thing, I'll be forgiven, I'm a young person. Oh, I can leave early. They understand that I have a life.
I will suck you. Linda, we can't hear you. Okay, yeah. No, it's faint, very faint.
Change on my end.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be coming up a bit now. Okay, go on.
Oh, just as we got to the good bit.
Go on, we can hear you now.
Okay, fantastic. So, I was talking about doing things right.
Yeah.
Of course, when you practice getting away with doing the bare minimum, a lot of people say, oh, it's just a part-time project, I don't need to do it right. That becomes your habit. And even when you want to do it with the best of intentions, you don't have the ability to because you're out of practice. So every opportunity, whether it's an internship, whether it's a part-time, whether it's a volunteering opportunity, whether it's paid, whether it's not paid, do it to the best of your ability. You build the skill that way. And you never know who would see that work and reward you for that. It's really important, and it's one of these short-sighted ways of looking at things. And I saw that a lot in Ghana, and of course how I grew up. We think, oh, 80. It's pretty much there, or oh, I'm almost finished. It's 4:00 or before we know it, it's 5. Let me go early, and you sort of don't have the attention to detail as you need. So that's really important for young people. Build that skill earlier, and everybody will appreciate it. Everybody, wherever you go, whatever work opportunity. They appreciate it if you do something to the best of your ability, and also that you're resourceful. Managers love people that are resourceful. Don't wait and ask a question of, oh, where do I do this, when you could easily Google it. You know what I mean? Like, when people ask questions where you think, oh, how do I use this program again? And it's a 5-minute search in Google, and you wouldn't have wasted their time. And that's really helpful too. So again, building those skills that is going to make you employable and keep you employed is really important. And then of course, using the resources that are available to you as a young person, whether it's, again, like you said, like a church mentoring program, whether it's your school's career service, whether it's these incentives the companies have for taster days, where you can just apply and do an internship. There's a lot of opportunities available to you. Find them, know them, use them. You know, these will really help you. The older you get, these opportunities either become less or they're more expensive. So as a young person, if you have an opportunity to get a free resource, get free access, use LinkedIn Pro, whatever it is, I think I know Microsoft Office used to do, this is ages ago, I don't know what the new programs are, but they used to do a student discount. Apple still do student discount. All of those, use those resources you have and build up your skill. Photoshop as well, have a free version for students as well. You know, and if you can be able to learn that and build your skill, super important. And then let's create opportunities as well. Number 9 is to create opportunities. You don't have to wait to be handed an opportunity. Create your own opportunity, whether it's starting your own side hustle, doing a blog, looking into entrepreneurship, building your network, you know, whether it's recent graduates or people on your course or that have done your course that you can do an insight day with or a shadowing with. And of course, online, people you meet online as well, safely, of course. Then you can generate opportunities towards the career that you're heading for. And then finally, the 10th point is to find companies on social media. You can get a lot more insight into a company now from what they put out, what they share, who they're in contact with, who is recruiting in what department, what their day-to-day is like. So again, making use of social media on the corporate side as well, on the company side, to get more of an insight or to get a foot into the door is really helpful.
Wow. Listeners, you could see that this time around, I did my best not to interrupt her for her to flow all out, because these are 10 steps that if you take, it will help you a great deal in your career. I mean, as she said earlier on, there are some things that I do ask myself, that should I have had advice at the time, I thought, whoa, I would have been that step ahead, several steps ahead, but we didn't have the opportunity where you have now, where you have programs going on advising parents as to what your words can do or what you can do directly. But this is why Starr Radio UK, in conjunction with HRH Linda Pali, is doing our best to bring your way, so that you know that when you sit back another 5 years, even call it 2 years, even a year, you say that, wow, I took this advice, and because of that, look at where I find myself. So they can count your blessings, and not sitting down one day and putting your hands in your finger in your mouth and biting it and saying, I wish. It might be too late by then. But well, it's not too late for you now that you are still alive, listening to what we will want you to listen to. This program is going to be ready on the podcast in the next few minutes, and you can go to the social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, where we broadcast it on, and go re-listen to it. It will help you a great deal, because people have to pay money to go for seminars to listen to such advices from there. But you've had it for free this morning or this afternoon. What do you think about that? Well, Linda, let me come back to you. You just sum it up quickly, and then you can put your contact details, and we can talk about my books as well.
Fantastic. So we've been talking about career advice for young people and for the youth, and the key is to start early to make it to take advantage of the opportunities you have now, the resources, ask, social media, whatever it is you have at your disposal. You don't have to have everything, but wherever you are and whatever resources you have, make the most of it. Make the most of the contacts you have, the people you come in contact with, and make it known what you're looking to do, and seek out people who are in the same industry that might be able to help you get there. So we've shared 10 aspects of how to get your career started as you're young, because again, it takes a while to be promoted, you know. So the earlier you start, the better it is for you. If we all admire 30-year-old CEOs or 25-year-old CEOs, and they started when they're young.
Yeah.
The parents give them the opportunity. You're being given the opportunity now, so definitely make the most of it.
Okay, so let's talk about the books now.
To help you with these, with your studies and with these resources, you can see on your screens now there's 3 books that are really all you need to take your career to the next level. The first book, How to Career, is really 6 simple steps that helps you evaluate a career opportunity. Maybe you want to be an engineer. Is this the right career for you? So using the 6 steps, you can have a checklist. Do I care about it? Is it genuinely authentic to me, or am I following other people? Do I have the reason why? Does it excite me? Do I have the support system or the network, the environment to be able to do that? And how much does it pay as well? So you have all of that resource in How to Career. And this is available on Amazon, online. It's available on Book Depository. It's available Waterstones online, Nielsen. Any online book, How to Career by Linda Pallian, you'll find it there. Any online bookshop. And then the second one is Career Success. Once you've decided what career you're going into, or if you're currently working at the moment, how to get to the next level, to get promoted, to get the recognition you deserve, to get the credibility you deserve, and also the money that you deserve. Definitely Career Success. That takes it a step further from book 1, How to Career, and it gives you tools to be able to increase your perceived value in the marketplace, and that's where the money comes in. So it's talking about how to effectively network, how to answer interview questions, how to build yourself up, to create a brand for yourself and create a presence in the workplace. Career Success really helps you with that. And again, that's available online anywhere, in a lot of bookshops as well. Just search Career Success by Linda Pallian, and that should come up on Amazon, Book Depository, Waterstones, everywhere. And then finally, we have the Ultimate Career Workbook, and that needs no introduction. It's a workbook where you can actually write in the book itself, and it's a step-by-step checklist of, have I done everything I can do to be at the top of my career right now? And what's my next step? What am I looking for? What am I heading towards? What can I do to leave a legacy in my field? And the workbook takes you step by step. What do I need to know or ask for in a peer review meeting or in a performance review meeting? What do I need to take to an interview? All of these it's a checklist. All of these are in that Ultimate Career Workbook. And again, you can find that on Amazon Career. If you Google Career and Linda Pallian, that should come up in the nearest. Well, actually, now it gets delivered to you, so you're not going anywhere for it. Take advantage of it. And these are very, very affordable resources that you can use to jumpstart your career.
Okay. Well, just put all the details there for you, and the books have been made available to you as well. So please take advantage of this. Yeah, I wish that I am 18, or now before I'm going to uni, and I had all this information at hand. Jesus, what would I would have done? I tell you that it would be mind blowing. But hey, it's not too late. Yeah, you can still go into, whether you are old or whatever it is. Yeah, the resources are there. Make sure you take advantage of it. Linda, let me say thank you once again.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Have a lovely day. We'll catch up later.
You too.
Right then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been HRH Linda Pallian this afternoon bringing you Career 101. And today we had a look at career advice for the youth. And now we bring the program to a close for today. Tomorrow, God willing, we'll be back with another edition of the morning show. But until then, I want to say have a lovely afternoon. Enjoy your day wherever it might be. You might be, and whatever time it might be. And I see you all. Let's pray that everything becomes cool across the globe, whatever it might be. Right then? Okay. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. And I say bye-bye for now. And thank you.
Thanks for listening.